We are ninjas, we are turtles, we are heroes, sing our song. We are ninjas, we are brothers, we're united and we're strong. We are ninjas, we are turtles, we are heroes, and this is our song. Are you ready? Let's go. The Legend of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Part 1, Chapter 32, Injuries. Written and performed by Joseph Chambers and based on the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle comic books created by Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird. For Donatello, the canisters of mutagen would remain an enigma, and he hated enigmas. He wanted to understand everything. He craved it. He longed for it. The best part of knowing was spreading such knowledge for others, although it did sometimes seem like his family, especially Raph and Mikey, tended not to absorb knowledge as well as he did. Absolutely exhausted, he then began to wade through the many digitised TCRI files on the USB stick. The facts he learnt included that the Shredder's family, including his mother, father and elder brother, had all disappeared in 1995 just before his rise to power. The two men who had mutated were named Kevin Paulson, who is now listed as a warthog mutant under the name Bebop, and Peter Clark, a rhino mutant with the codename Rocksteady. In addition to this, he worked out that Baxter Stockman was being investigated by TCRI under suspicion of having a secret family, including a wife and daughter, although Donatello had no idea why this specifically was a crime. Donatello fell asleep about an hour after this. Master Splinter crept into the study and carefully deleted 2 pages of information from the USB that Donatello had not yet, nor ever would, open. He then crept out and breathed a massive sigh of relief. Donatello woke up at 8 a.m. the following morning with the impression of a QWERTY keyboard on the side of his green and tired face. April O'Neil also had problems of her own to deal with that morning. Breakfast was a most frosty occasion, and not just because she was shoveling down a bowl of Kellogg's Frosties, holding the spoon in her left arm, as her right wrist was still strained from the previous night. Her mum and dad were getting increasingly worried about her whereabouts from the previous evening, and she realised she would have to find an excuse really soon for where she had been, and would continue to be regularly going. As it turned out, her parents could sometimes show they recognised her existence. When she had arrived back at her apartment the previous night, she had told her parents she had been unsuccessfully mugged, but had been knocked over, injuring herself, and had to give a report to the police, which is why she was late. Her dad had not bought this story at all about her being mugged. He did not say it, but he gave her very unforgiving looks at breakfast. Her mum did not give her eye contact, and she assumed she was also beginning to wane in her belief of the story. She finished her breakfast and then decided to try and talk to her parents. "I think that I want to take up martial arts lessons." "Too violent," said her dad. "Too expensive," replied her mum. "Hang on, young lady. Is that why you faked getting mugged so you could do karate? We're not falling for that," her dad finished darkly. Her dad then paused and thought about something. "What kind of martial arts?" her dad inquired. "Oh, just the general discipline of self-defence." "And how much would it cost?" her mum asked. Typical mum, April thought. Money was always her first priority. April had not considered this. She had been getting lessons for free, but she felt this would sound suspicious to her parents. $15 per session. The lessons are not set to a particular schedule, but it's mostly evenings." "And where would this be?" her mum inquired. School. It's a club in the main hall," April lied. Her dad said, although her mum looked as if she objected, "Okay, just count it as an early birthday present and don't let it distract you too much from school work." Her dad then gave an involuntary grin,
but April was too thrilled that her plan had worked to notice. Meanwhile, Leonardo was having a massive heap of trouble breaking bad news to Raphael down in the sewer. They were currently in Raphael's bedroom. Raphael was lying on his bed looking sick and pale, but frustrated and fired up, while Leonardo was trying to be patient with his brother and was leaning over his bed. Raphael's room consisted of a bed, several posters of various sporting teams, a broken bookcase with few actual books as the space was mostly taken up by an array of damaged action figures, a box full to the brim of a selection of comic books and manga, as well as 3 plastic cases fixed to the wall filled with various weapons which the Turtles always had spares of, in case, like Leonardo had done the previous night, their weaponry became damaged or lost. There was also a series of sporting equipment in a corner varying from different balls for football, baseball and basketball to a pair of red skates to a hockey stick and a matching puck.
What do you mean I can't train for at least a week?
Raphael roared, raging at his brother. Now, Leonardo said calmly, pinning Raphael's good arm down so he could not do anything stupid. He was so close he could feel his brother's blood boiling with fiery fury. Master Splinter feels you need time to heal and meditate your wounds better. You nearly lost your hand last night, and it will only heal as soon as possible if you meditate for at least 20 minutes a day for the next week.
You mean Sensei expects me to kneel in a scented room doing nothing? I ain't got time for that!
Raph went to punch Leonardo with his free arm, but found it was still weak and ended up just causing himself a lot of pain in the process. It did not help that his dad had put him in a restrictive sling. Please at least consider meditation. Father has been trying to get you to do it for years. It would help with your very small amount of patience. Leonardo blurted the last words out without really thinking it through. He then shut his eyes, expecting Raphael to explode with fury and regretting what he said instantly. Instead, Michelangelo burst into the room and Raph erupted in his direction.
Get out of my room! You're not allowed in my room!
Raphael screeched. Whoa, take it easy, Big R. I just came to tell you Master Splinter wants to see you in the family room. Raphael got out of bed and grunted with annoyance as he stormed out of his room towards his awaiting sensei.